Hey guys, the section of bounds here. Wow, we cash Ares FC, 4 unit night, plus 2 units pending. Probably gonna cash that as well. Bare Knuckle FC, I'm gonna get right into that. I was gonna get into Fury FC, but I really don't like getting into Fury FC and LFA. Just until I get my mojo back, especially with LFA. Fury FC is it's just low level, I don't really know what to do with it. BKFC isn't the bias level either, but it's a little easier. Like to start, we have Anthony Sanchez versus Derek Perez. Just like if you're just judging this fight like off looks alone, then yeah, it's a little closer. But I truly don't understand how Anthony Sanchez loses this. He hits hard. He's pretty dangerous. Um, he has some boxing experience. Uh, yeah, he hasn't fought in bare knuckle FC yet. I thought he was a different guy. So I guess that helps. Also, I don't really know what to expect with this guy, Anthony Sanchez. Derek Perez at underdog odds, I'm gonna take that. But I'm gonna take Anthony Sanchez and that's inside the distance. I don't really know how this fight's gonna go. It's a bit of a crapshoot. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to quickly to Eric Dodson. I believe he's my lock of the card. Eric Dodson is ridiculously good at footwork. That's his home city. I do believe he's going to win. It's his home state. I do believe he's going to win quite convincingly. Gene Perez is just not good. Um, looks a little older too. 7-15. Yeah, not really gonna trust that against a guy like Eric Dotson, who is very, very good. Yeah, same up with Nick Gonzalez versus Lardy Navarro. Nick Gonzalez, 3-3. Lost to Patchy Mix. Not a bad loss. He has a KO win against a 2-2 guy, so it's not too crazy. He's never fought in bare knuckle SC, so I don't really know exactly how to judge this. He beat Gene Perez, if that means anything. I think Lardy's gonna run him over. Lardy just looks like he's a more dangerous. I believe if anyone's gonna screw this up for me, it's Lardy. But Lardy is very, very dangerous, and I do believe he's going to get the job done. He's very talented, and he trains out of the right guys with the right guys. So I believe Navarro inside the distance is a pretty safe play. I wouldn't say it's a lock, but he's probably the second lock of the card, I'd say. Yeah, moving on, we have Gaston Reno versus Dan Van Sickle. Van Sickle is not very good. Um, yeah, he doesn't have much of a record. He doesn't look like he's in the greatest of shape either, and I just think he's going to get beat up here by a much more seasoned striker in Gaston Reno, trained at MMA Masters. I believe he's going to win this fight. Definitely an interesting fight though. Could a lot of upsets could happen. I'm gonna go with Reno here inside the distance. I feel like it's a safe prediction. Moving on, we have Greg Hardy versus Josh Watson. Josh Watson, I'm gonna have to sprinkle on at plus 600 odds. I know he's not great. I know he's chinny, but I just think Greg Hardy is also chinny, and I also think Greg Hardy does not like being the nail. I do think he's winning this fight, but I would not be surprised if Josh Watson flatlines him. Yeah, Greg Hardy inside the distance, pretty good play. I wouldn't say safe, but it's a good play. Moving on, we have John Dodson versus Jared Grant. I'm making a play for this right now. I really want to bet John Dodson, but the striking of Jared Grant is for real. Um, but I think the fact that this is in his hometown, I believe is also going to favor John Dodson. The footwork, the speed, so much just favors John Dodson. I just believe he's going to win this fight inside the distance, if not by unanimous decision. But yeah, Jared Grant, I'm gonna have to take a nice sprinkle on him just because again, there's not much value on John Dodson unless you parlay him, and there's not a lot of parlay options with this card, so I'm gonna stay away from that. And yeah, let's go John Dodson, but Grant, I also have a little bit of money on you. I know you're after the last card, after the live, you screwed me against Burnett. You're dead to me for that, but it is what it is. I don't know why I thought you'd win that anyways. That's my own fault. Anyways, moving on, we have Kevin Kroon versus Chevy Bridges. I do like Kevin Kroon winning this fight easily. I worry about the power of Chevy, but I do think Kevin is going to have that inside the dirty pocket game, firing on all cylinders. I believe he's going to get him with a nice in the pocket. He's going to have that one tie. He's going to have not a tie plum, sorry, but he's going to have that one collar tie, and he's just going to rain the uppercuts, and that's how he seems to get the finishes. And I don't know. I think he's going to win that way. maybe second round, third. But yeah, I see Kevin Crone winning this quite easily. I don't like betting on Chevy Bridges, but the odds are kind of making me to. So if it was up to me, I'd put Dodson and Kroom into a parlay, but it's just not great odds. So screw it. Moving on, we have Joshua Moreno versus Christian Torres. If this was a weight class lower, I would be a little more inclined to take Torres, but because he's fighting at a weight class higher, and this is not his home, like his home state, I do think that I just think that Joshua Moreno is he's gonna win this. I think he's gonna win it by decision. I think his elusiveness and outside game is gonna win him this fight. I think Torres needs someone to crash in order for him to land, and he is dangerous. So it doesn't. Um, sorry. Like it is what it is. I do think Moreno wins this fight, but it is risky to put a lot on him. Moving on, we have Charissa Sagala versus James Hinshaw. I like Hinshaw, man, but I just don't know what she has after round one. She puts out a lot of energy. This is her hometown, too, so I'm going to take Hinshaw. I kind of want to do a parlay of Dodson, Kroom, and Hinshaw, but at the same time, I don't know, because, like, it'd be, like, for a unit or two at most. So, would it be really worth it? I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. But yeah, as of right now, I'm not really thinking about doing that. I like Charissa Sagala here, though. No, I'm just joking. I like James Hinshaw here. Charissa Sagala is definitely a live dog. I do think she's tough, one of the toughest girls in the division. I do believe she is dangerous. I believe she hits hard, and I believe she can change the outcome of the fight just by dropping James. James leaves herself open a lot. I think Charissa could steal it, so I am going to sprinkle on Charissa, but I don't know. This is an interesting matchup. I'm going to take James as my prediction, though. Moving on, we have Will Santiago versus Noah Cutter. I do like Will Santiago to win this by decision, but again, this is a fight that I wouldn't invest too much in. Noah Cutter is very dangerous, and he's a dog. So even when you think he's done, he is still there. I do think this is going to be a good fight. I got Will Santiago by decision. I believe this is going to go to a decision. But yeah, this should be fun. Moving on, we have Austin Trout versus Diego Sanchez. I'm taking Diego Sanchez. I just like Diego Sanchez, man. This is bare knuckle. This isn't boxing. I don't think he's gonna win. I like Trout to win, but if you're gonna give me those big of odds, I'm gonna take Diego Sanchez. Yeah, I love Trout. I do think he's winning this, but again, this isn't a fight I would count Diego Sanchez out completely. But yeah, moving on. I'm trying to make this quick for you. Lorenzo Hunt versus Mike Richmond. This fight actually is really hard for me. I'm probably going to take the most time for me to talk about. I do think Lorenzo Hunt wins this, but I don't think it's going to be easy. I think he's going to face adversity, or he's going to get him out of there early. One of the two. Um, because I do think Richmond hits hard, but he also tends to gas. If he has forced to fight at a high pace. And he also has he's a bit chinny. And Lorenzo Hunt hits you, it's a different ball game than Isaac Doolittle. So I feel like if Doolittle can hurt you, I think Lorenzo Hunt can really hurt you. So I'm gonna go Lorenzo Hunt inside the distance. But again, I like Richmond. I want him to win, and if he wins, I'd be pretty happy. So just out of money, I'm not gonna be playing this a lot, just because I want to watch the fight and enjoy it. But I'm gonna go Lorenzo Hunt here by inside the distance. Those are my most confident predictions. Number one is, like I said, Eric Dodson. Number two, Navarro. Number three, Rhino. Number four, I'd have to go with Austin Trout, probably closer to the number one, but I don't care. And then I got Lorenzo Hunt at number five. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill, and we'll see you next time.